Hello everybody, it's Philip from MUX1410 and this is our week 2 project video for the user experience class, and we're going to talk about the Orlando Sentinel as well as the functions and processes. This is the Orlando Sentinel right after it's been launched. As you can see, we have our slide view down at the bottom and we are on the top stories for news. I can switch back and forth by swiping right to left. As you can see, we swipe right to left and it loads content, but it is incredibly slow because it doesn't load them as quickly as you would think. And secondly, let's say that if I wanted to go maybe lifestyle, you notice that it's not really in here. And if I click on something, it seems to freeze the screen. It is a very difficult application to use in this respect. In order to switch to lifestyle news, I either have to swipe all the way to page 11, or I'm going to have to go to the main menu here, which is this one right here, click on sections, come down to life and family, and that loads it up. Now you notice that I don't have a slide screen on here. I can't slide left, I can't slide right to go back to anything else. All I can do is go back and switch to another item. So by allowing the section view here inside of the main menu instead of inside of this slide and navigation here, we've broken our application's navigation. It's very hard to use. And it's just something that I really dislike. Secondly, I really dislike this menu. It is a strange overlay with super big icons that just don't look like they go together. The weather blends in with the background. It's hard to see. So let's go back to what the user can do for some of the functions. They can, of course, access the main menu, at which point they can view photos by displaying the public gallery for the Orlando Sentinel. They can select a photo to view it, and they can go back to the gallery. They can also refresh the individual gallery as well. They can view favorites, view the favorite articles, and view the favorite photos, display those, and go back. Now, I would have said they can also come over here and add a photo to favorites. Obviously, it doesn't load. And because it doesn't load, I have no idea how to add it to favorites, which is why I didn't include in the process list. So while I can view favorites, I have no idea how to add. Secondly, I can't add from here. I could add from here, technically, if I clicked on the plus, wherever it would be, and then navigated to the article I wanted. Same thing for photos. I could click from plus here, navigate to a photo I want, and add that, but they didn't include that option in there. So we'll click breaking news here. Loads it up. As we can see here, that it does load it inside of a table for us. If I click on one, it does bring it up, which is fine. I can add it to favorites by clicking on the star. I know it said something about favorites, but I don't know if I did or not. And I also don't seem to be able to click on it again to remove that favorite. I can click on Enhanced Photo, which should bring me to the photo gallery, where I can move things around and see the photos as I wish. I should be able to click on it, add it to favorite. Oh, look, it said saved, and I still can't remove it from my favorites on here either. Then we can go to videos, and here's a list of videos. I can click on one that has text, like the Florida 360 Natural. It'll load it up. I can't add it as a favorite, of course. I can't bookmark it, and I can't really, I don't believe I can, yeah, I can't even share it. I'm not quite sure what use that is to me if I can't share it with anybody. And then I can click on weather here, and I can see that the weather was last updated on October 8th, and I can click on the hourly, I can click on the regular forecast, and that loads up just fine. Then I can click on back. So that's what I can do there. I can then come over here and click on the main menu, which will allow me to download all the latest content. I can't click on it again to stop it. I can't pause it, so it's going to use my data whenever I click on it. Not the best thing to do. I can click on adjust font size by changing my font size to whatever I want. Two little options in my opinion. We can reorder items, which is wonderful. I can drag it down to the bottom by just dragging and moving it down to hide it. It seems to work well enough. I'd probably make the hitbox a little bit bigger on these column reorders because it's very hard to drag them, but that's about it. And we can also turn the auto refresh on and off. We get no feedback about it being turned off, like a little pop-up from the bottom or a little slide bar from the top saying, hey, it's been turned off or turned on. All we can assume is by looking at the white and the green that it actually happened. And then I can click on About This App, which loads it up inside of a nice little text view, which I like. It's nice and quick. And then I click on Terms of Service, and instead of loading that in an app view, I can get the OrlandoSentinel.com web view, which, as we can see here, makes it look very strange because it doesn't load up correctly. I would still just put that in a text view. Same thing with the privacy policy. It loads a remote text view instead of keeping it on the local machine. And then I can come down here, and these all work wonderfully. I can just click on it, and hey, boom, send it out to where it needs to go. So I hope you guys liked the review. If you did, let me know if you have any questions also. Otherwise, have a great day.